What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan. I'm BManX45, and today we're coming at you with another video. I know I said that our stuff was stuck in transit, but apparently it arrived. Luckily, we got our starter decks and we got our booster boxes for EX7 and the starter deck release that came up. It's happening right now on September 20th. So I'm super excited, super stoked. We will have box openings actually going up before this video. I'm saving this one for a couple days here. But we will be doing box openings for ST18, ST19, Guardian Vortex, and Fable Waltz. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's look at these cards and take a look at what we get in these starter decks. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. All right, let's start off with Guardian Vortex. I think it's the more anticipated one of the two. Got the handy dandy little knife here. Could open. We'll do that. Do this one too, so you can see that we're unsealing the product. There we go. So we got both decks here. As always, do this as effectively as we possibly can. Yeah. All right. So we have you get a mat, of course. Huzzah! Free mat. And we have the starter deck here. And look for anything else. Nope, that should be everything. So here we have Fluffymon. I'm going to take the seal off there. Going to look through this stuff. Sometimes it's nice to give it a nice little, because sometimes starter decks just stick together. So we have Fluffymon. You get a couple copies. You have full play set of that. Biomon, full play set of that. Falcomon. Then you get to your Pteromon, which is your searcher. You only get 2 copies of the Pteromon of the rare. You have Muchomon. You got full play set of that. Kiwimon. Kakatorimon. So that's why you want to. You get 2 copies of the Super Galemon. Full set of Digimon. You only get 2 Grand Galemon rares. And then Pteromon. You get a full playset of that. 2 copies of Zephagamon, which is your other super in the set. Here, let's get that separated. They look really nice. I actually think they look nicer than the Evo Cup version. Foiling's pretty good. Get 4 copies of Egomon, of course, your other level 6. You get 4 copies of Shoto Kazuma, the rare, so that's kind of cool. And then you get 4 copies of Anemoi Embrace. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then the green memory boost. You get 2 copies of it, and it's not a foil card, everybody. It's just a plain card, but it looks nice. It looks cool. We've got that first day 1 Liberator look to it before we knew what Liberator was going to be. And then you get your trainings here. Everything's stuck together. They're super foily. They look really, really nice. Yeah, look at that. Look at that foil. Mental training, physical training, agility, some mucho, defense training, and wisdom training. And then you get rule cards. The thing you don't get in this one is you don't get any memory gauges. Any of those like kind of foily memory gauges. So that's actually kind of interesting here. And then we have, of course, the Fable Waltz deck. I'll look at that one too. Of course, there's no like low pull rates, which I'm actually glad about because I'm tired of low pull rates in starter decks. It's like if you deal with like 4 or 5 per set, you might as well like not have to worry about it with. Come on, it's like really, really difficult to get out. Apparently, no, that's why. because you get your mat stuck. Well, it's okay. I have more copies of this stuff here. There's the Pteromon and the mat that's been totally damaged by pulling it out of the box. So we have the Pteromon here as our, do that again here. We'll give it a little bit of a flick just to try and spread out the cards here. Got 4 copies of Pteromon. Junkmon, you get 4 copies of him too. Shoemon, you only get 2 copies of Rare Shoemon, which is your searcher for this deck. 4 copies of 2 different Pawn Chessmons. You got a yellow-black Pawn Chessmon and then a black-yellow Pawn Chessmon. Doggymon, you got 4 copies of him. 4 copies of Tobucatmon. Then you got 2 copies of the nice foil Super Shoemon. 4 copies of Pandamon. 4 copies of Tyrannomon. And then 2 copies of Chaperomon, one of your other rares. 2 copies of Sendromon. 4 copies of Shinmonziamon, Evil Bear, and then 4 copies again of your tamer, Risa, which is a memory tamer, just like Shoto is. This is the first time, I believe, we have a memory tamer in a starter deck. I know you could say that in BT14 we had a Henry, EX2 Henry, but that was, in fact, a reprint. So it wasn't original to that set. But as of cards that are actually from the starter deck set, I believe this is our first ever memory tamer in a starter deck, both Arisa and Shoto. Noble Family Arts is your option card. You get 4 copies of that, and then of course 2 copies of the yellow Mem Boost in the Shoemon theme. And then of course you have your own trainings, different trainings for the Arisa deck that are themed around Shoemon. So they're all Shoemon based. A lot of them have Pteromon, so it's like the same thing. A lot of them have, like that one has Pteromon. The first one has the red and black has Pteromon. It's like 3 of them have Pteromon, 3 of them don't. And then of course your keyword cards, your rule cards. The one thing this deck doesn't have is a token, which I don't know if that actually. It says play 2 familiar tokens. So you actually don't get any tokens with your stuff. So it's kind of weird, since you actually make tokens with the deck. But that is the decks, guys. That is our unboxing for both ST18, ST19. If you want to get playsets of the memory boost cards, you need to buy 4. If you buy 2, it gets you play sets of all the cards in here and at least half of the memory boost cards. But if you buy 4, you get everything. Of course, there's only a few cards. There's only 4 cards you don't get play sets of. So if it's easier to pick those up as singles, it might be more worthwhile to do that. If you're collecting, it's probably easy enough just to buy another starter deck and then basically sell the stuff you don't need, which is what I've basically done. I would manage to get these for a good price, like $20. So I'm going to be selling off from my 3rd and 4th copies of the deck, I'm going to be selling off all of the supers and rares in the set, and then getting a playset of all the trainings are really, really good. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. I'm excited to try these new decks, especially with the EX7 support we're going to be getting. So I can't wait to try these out and see how good the decks are going to be. Tell me your guys' thoughts. Are you guys going to play this? Are you looking forward to how this deck is going to play with EX7 support? Are you going to try to play them pure starter deck builds? Let me know down in the comments. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day, and that's all for now, folks.